Looking inside the locker room of the Phoenix Suns here, they're coming into this game at 15-15 on the season. They are on the road for a second of back-to-back games on consecutive nights in New Orleans, taking on the Pelicans. They won 101-97 the following night, the previous night here, as we are here at the Smoothie King Center. The Phoenix Suns are playing the New Orleans Hornets, or the New Orleans Pelicans, as I said here. And the Suns are 15-15 on the season here, 4th in the Pacific Division, 9th in the Western Conference. The Pelicans at 14-18, they are 4th in the Southwest Division and 11th in the West. So we look at Jordan Poole. The starting lineups, starting off with the Suns here at guards will be Devin Booker, Jalen Green. The forwards, Dylan Brooks, Royce O'Neal, and Mark Williams at center. As you see, head coach Jordan Ott, 5th season with the Suns at 15-15. For the Pelicans, you got the guards of DeJounte Murray, Jordan Poole, followed by the forwards of Trey Murphy III, Zion Williamson, and Yves Missi at center. As we have another edition of the 2025-2026 season playthrough underway here. The calendar date for this game, December 27th. As you see, Booker for 3. As you saw the Suns winning the tip here. Both teams are making their only appearance, I believe, in schedule block number 1. That is off the iron, no good. Yeah, both teams are making their only appearance in schedule block number 2. Suns actually went twice in schedule block number 1. They won both times. Both of those were at home. Meanwhile, the Pelicans were only featured once on schedule block number 1. They lost that one to the Memphis Grizzlies. So they are 0-1 on watched games. Jordan Poole over to Zion Williamson. Williamson, the bucket is good, and we are knotted out too. Look at Zion averaging 21.5 points this game. And I am Vita Productions, for those who are new to this channel. I do mostly sports video games here. As you see, Jalen Green with the bucket there. He's averaging 20.5 points a game again in 2 games against the Pelicans this season. I do sports video games as well as I do. Sometimes I like to try to do a travel vlog, or I do a vlog of a game that I'm at. I did one with the San Jose Sharks and the Carolina Hurricanes back in early October. I see Dylan Brooks for 3. That is off the iron. Missi will get the rebound. Zion with it for the Pels. But I also do College Football 26 content, where I'm doing one with simulation games. I'm probably going to do 5 this upcoming week because it's rivalry week. It's DeJounte Murray. He misses that. Williams will get the rebound. Devin Booker over to Green. Green for 3. Off the iron. Missi will grab the rebound here as we're approaching 2.5 minutes into the first quarter here. Jordan Poole pass it to Zion, and Zion with an easy layup there. We are tied at 4. And also, I do a 28-team college football playoff as well. And I'm going to be doing a 28-team college football playoff, my own college football playoff, as well as I'm going to be doing the simulations for the actual college football playoff, the 12-team college football playoff. But I do projections every Wednesday. I got 2 more coming up. I see Murphy for 3. That is off the iron, and Williams with the rebound. So I do projection videos every Wednesday because Tuesday nights are when the rankings come out. And then on December 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern, there will be a premiere. It will be a premiere video, so you'll get to watch. If you watch it, you see Williams with the bucket there. If you watch it, if you subscribe to this channel and you watch it at 9 p.m. Eastern on December 7th, you are watching the live reveal rankings. Williamson, that is off, and Mark Williams will get the rebound here. Dylan Brooks has it for the Suns. So that is my channel for you. And I'm going to start trying to, as you see, look at that. The win on the previous night, because as I said, this game is actually on the calendars, a back-to-back games, and those are back-to-back nights with the same 2 teams playing in the same, as you see, DeJounte Murray puts the Pelicans on top. You see Jalen Green with the dunk, and it's 8-7 Phoenix on top. So that is my channel there. Because I kind of want to take timeouts, like just go through all the timeouts to rest my voice. Let's see Murray coming around. Murray loses it. Booker will get the rebound. So yeah, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to hit that like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. I see Royce O'Neal with the bucket. Dylan Brooks with the assist there. It's 10-7. 3-point lead. If I'm not mistaken, that might be the largest lead. Murray for three. That is off the iron. Williams with the rebound. Jalen Green has it again. Green with another slam dunk. Jalen Green averaging 22.5 points a game this season. Zion coming through. Zion with the slam dunk. And that is worthy of the AT&T Connected Cam. And usually I will announce the game in the fourth quarter for every day that's coming up. We're getting closer to the end of the year, at least on the calendar for this season playthrough. Is Devin Booker with the bucket there. He's averaging 30.2 points a game. He's got to be up there in the top 10. And the middle of this week, I think it'll be the November 26th at 2 p.m. Eastern. You see Misi with the slam dunk. Zion has the assist there on that slam dunk here as we are over halfway through the first quarter. 14-11, the Suns on top. Booker for three. And he got it. See Devin Booker, 29.5 points on the road. Zion passing it back over to Murphy. Back over to Zion here. 15 on the shot clock. Murphy with it. Back over to Dejounte Murray. Murray for three. That is off the iron. O'Neal with the rebound here. Dejounte Murray only 3 points on 1 of 6 shooting right now. That one's from three. Jalen Green for three. He drains that one. And the Suns are on top by 9 with 5 minutes left of the first quarter. And Zion Williamson, as you see there on the bottom ticker from last night's game, and I'm talking about on the calendar date of December 26th, 101.97. I see Murphy for deep two. That is no good. Dylan Brooks getting the rebound. Taking a little bit of their time right now. 4:25 to play in the first. 9-point lead for the Suns. Green for three. That is off the rim. Williamson getting the rebound. Pass it over to Murray. Misi with the slam dunk, and you see that the Pelicans bench a little bit pumped there. Trey Murphy the third with the assist. 4 minutes left of the first here. Green with it. Coming through. Green with the layup. That is attempt no good. Murray will get the rebound for the Pelicans. Misi with a slam dunk, and that's back to a 5-point game. If I'm not mistaken, I do not think the Pelicans led at all in their game against the Grizzlies, and we have a timeout here. 3:33 to play in the first. The Suns up 20-15. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. We're back here in the Crescent City here, where the Suns off to a 5-point lead. They won by 4 points against these same Pelicans a night ago on the schedule for this season playthrough. And I said we are on December 27, 2025. Richards into the game now. Grayson Allen into the game for the Phoenix Suns. Back over to Gillespie. 3 on the shot clock. Gillespie, believe that he was inside. That is gonna be recovered by Murphy the third. After that block, with the slam dunk, it's a 4-point game or 3-point game now here. Gillespie Taking the inbound from Devin Booker. Back over to Grayson Allen. Allen for three. That is off the iron. Williamson will get the rebound. Williamson coming through. Over to Misi. Misi with the slam dunk, and suddenly it's a 1-point game. Yves Misi with 8 points already here in the first quarter. 2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. 1-point lead for the Suns. They're up by as many as 9 earlier, but an 8-0 run has cut it to within 1. Grayson Allen back over to 5 on the shot clock now to Gillespie. Gillespie for 3. No good. Misi getting the rebound here. Williamson now has it over to Alvarado. Off the bench for the Pels. Alvarado for 3. That is off the iron, but Misi will get his own offensive rebound. He gets a put up. That is good. Pelicans back on top for the first time since 7-6. We're going to take a timeout. 1:54 to play. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. We're back here now. Minute 54 to play in the first quarter. The Pelicans on a 10-0 run. They now have the lead after trailing by 9. See Green with it. I go to Chris Dunn. Ryan Dunn into the game. That's Chris Dunn plays for the Clippers. Grayson Allen misses that. Jones will get the rebound for the Pelicans here. Kevin Looney into the game over to Hawkins. Hawkins coming through. Hawkins will miss that one. Grayson Allen getting the rebound for the Suns here. Ryan Dunn passing it back over to Jalen Green. A minute to play in the first quarter. Green. And that's off the iron. Alvarado getting the rebound for the Pels. Back over to Jones. Jones just holding on to it right now. 14 on the shot clock. Jones for 3. That is off. Iguodaro with the rebound for the Suns. Let's see Grayson Allen having it. Passing it back over to Iguodaro. Under 30 seconds to play in the first. Green for 3. He drains it. Jalen Green, 12 points already in this first quarter. 23-21, Suns on top. They do have to get a shot off before the end of the quarter for the Pelicans here, as there's a few tenths of a seconds ahead. 5 on the shot clock. Hawkins for 3. That is off the iron. Iguodaro with the rebound, and that will do it. The Suns led by as many as 9. A 10-0 run gave the Pelicans a short, brief lead before Jalen Green hit the three-pointer, and that's where we're sitting. 23-21 Phoenix. We'll be back to start the second quarter. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. Get ready to start the second quarter in New Orleans. You see Kevin Looney passing it over to Jose Alvarado here. 23-21 Suns early second quarter. Alvarado passing it back over to Jones. Jones! He drains a 3, and the Pelicans are back on top. If you're enjoying what you're watching right now, don't forget to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button as well to receive notifications when the videos do come out here. Dunn for 3. Ryan Dunn puts the Suns back on top by 2. See Alvarado here, 8 on the shot clock. Alvarado giving it back over to Hawkins. Hawkins with it. Hawkins for 3. Off the iron, Iguodaro will get the rebound. Chris Dunn has it for the Phoenix Suns. Or no, Ryan Dunn. Dunn hit the three-pointer the last time around. And there's a failed alley-oop attempt that's really stolen right there by Looney. Alvarado with it. He almost loses it for a second, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that will go to Phoenix. Looking at the three-point contest here, you see Trae Young in the running SGA. Trey Murphy the third, Devin Booker. Allen has it for the Suns right now, up by 2. Richards has it. Back over to Jalen Green. 8 on the shot clock. Leading it by 2. Green had 12 points in that first quarter. And he'll still be at 12 right now as Kevin Looney will grab the rebound. Alvarado back over to Hawkins. Hawkins with 10 on the shot clock. Jones for 3. He drains it. Jones puts the Pelicans back on top by 1. Dunn over to Richards, and Richards with the slam dunk. Ryan Dunn with the assist there. You see Grayson Allen as we have a timeout called here. 9:29 to play in the second quarter. We'll be back. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. Back here in New Orleans here. The Phoenix Suns on top 28-27. It's been a little bit of a back and forth second quarter so far. Teams exchange leads. As we see here, someone inbounding it. Jones is inbounding it took the inbound, I should say. Back over to Jones. 10 on the shot clock. Finding it over to Queen. Queen will get the points, and the Pelicans are back on top. You see there, the game summary 9 lead changes 2 ties. Largest lead, I believe, was 9. Largest lead was 9 points for the Suns. Only 1 point lead was the biggest so far for the Pelicans, and they've had it multiple times. They see Iguodala putting the Suns back on top here. So we're over 3 minutes into the second quarter. DeJounte Murray back into the game now. DeJounte Murray. Williamson, Zion for 3, off the rim. Allen grabbing the rebound. Quinn at it. Or was that Quinn? I don't know. Name went too fast, but you see Grayson Allen over to Iguodala. Iguodala called for the and it's a flagrant one called against Zion Williamson. Iguodala's going to get 2 shots, and the Suns will retain possession with the full 24. Iguodala will miss the first one. And he'll take the second one. Booker taking the inbound. Over Jalen Green. Green holding on to it. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Devin Booker. 8 on the shot clock. 5 on the shot clock, and they're running it down here. Booker got to get the shot up. He does. That is off the iron. Looney will grab the rebound. Jones has it for the Pelicans here. You see Looney over to Poole. Jordan Poole for 3. That is off the iron. Iguodala with the rebound. Devin Booker with it. Trying to put his team back up by 2 possessions. Green with the layup. That is good. Jalen Green, 14 points in 15 minutes of play. And the Suns up by 4. 7:20 left until halftime. Zion coming through, passing it over to Murray. He could have just gotten an easy layup there if he wanted to. But that is 2K AI logic there. That and playing players with injuries when they get injured in the game. Pull for 3. That is no good. Iguodala will grab the rebound here. The Pelicans scoreless in almost 2.5 minutes of this game. Last 2.5 minutes. You see Booker coming around. Booker. There's Dunn. Dunn for 3. That is off the iron. Murray grabbing the rebound. Poole with it. Coming around, Poole misses that one. Richards will grab the rebound. Green, there he goes. Green with another layup. That's 16 for him. Timeout, Pelicans. 6:27 to play. 35-29, Suns on top. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. And we are back here in New Orleans. It is a 7-0 run for the Phoenix Suns here, and they're back on top by 6. They led by as many as 9. 6:27 to play until halftime here. Jante Murray has it for the Pels. Williamson back over to Misi. Misi almost loses it for a second. You see Poole with it. Back over to Murray. To Jones. To Misi. 3 on the shot clock. And he's going to get the shot up. That is no good. Williams will grab the rebound. Phoenix Suns averaging 45.2 rebounds a game, 22nd in the league. They have 17 tonight. And look at Jalen Green. He has 18 already in this first half. And the Suns are back on top by 8. The Jones. See, Williamson has it. Coming through, and Williamson, count it! That is Ryan Dunn's first foul of the game, and Zion's going to go to the line. That ends the drought. As Ryan Dunn's going to be going back to the bench. Royce O'Neal back into the game for the Suns. Trey Murphy also back into the game for the Pels. Zion will sink the free throw. Dylan Brooks inbounding it over to Devin Booker. 5-point lead for the Suns. See Royce O'Neal with it. Back over to Booker. Booker for 3. That is off the iron, but Mark Williams with the slam dunk. Off the offensive rebound. There's a 3. That is no good. Royce O'Neal with the rebound. Jalen Green for 3. That is off the iron, and DeJounte Murray with it. Jalen Green, 18 points. See, back over to Trey Murphy the third. It's Zion Williamson here, 12 on the shot clock. Zion coming through. Zion with the layup. That is good. Pelicans shooting 15 of 34. The Suns at 17 of 34. 5-point lead for the Suns here. 4.5 to play until halftime. Booker coming around, passing it back over to Royce O'Neal. 10 on the shot clock. Booker for 3. He drains it. Suns extending the lead back up to 8. Led by as many as 9. See Murray with a huge jump shot. That's good. 42-36. Suns on top. See Williams with it, back over to Brooks, over to Williams, to Brooks. Brooks for 3. Murray will grab the rebound. .15 on the shot clock. You see Murphy the third with it. 10 lead changes, 2 ties in this game. Murphy for 3. He drains it. It's now a 3-point game again. The Pelicans answering every Suns run to put them ahead by a few points. You see Booker. That is no good. Williamson. And you see there Murray. DeJounte Murray, and the Pelicans are only within 1 right now. And don't count it because that's a miss, but Yves Misi will be called for the foul here as Mark Williams is going to go to the line for 2. Pelicans had a lead by as many as 9, Suns had a lead as many as 9. Pelicans only had a lead as large as 1, including a back and forth early part of the second quarter here, where they're going back and forth with 3-pointers to give them brief leads here. Suns were up by 8, and then the Pelicans got to within 1 right before these 2 free throws were made. Under 3 minutes to play until halftime. We have a timeout by the Pelicans. We're going to take another one as well. 44-41 Suns on top. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. And we are back here as we look at the league leaders. The Pelicans are 4th in the league as a team with 8.8 steals a game. Coming up in a little bit later this week, we will go over this. We will have a video just to go over the stats and award winners, as well as the actual standings. That will be coming up a little bit in the middle of this week, as we're getting ready to close in at the end of December of 2025 on this season playthrough here. To Williamson, there's a jump shot. That is no good. Royce O'Neal with the rebound. 20-19, the Suns out rebounding. We see Booker puts the Suns back on top by 5. Murphy has it. Back over to Williamson. To Zion. Back. There's a 3-point attempt. That is off the iron. O'Neal with the rebound. Brooks has it. Dylan Brooks. Back it over to Booker. Booker. There's a bucket. And the lead is back up to 7. That's a 6-0 run to answer the Pelicans' 7-0 run earlier. Messi with it. Messi thought about the shot, but he's going to pass it up. Very wisely to pass it up here is Williamson. And there is an illegal screen against Messi. We look at the Suns' upcoming schedule on the road at the Wizards, Cavaliers, and they return home for 2 against the Kings and against the Thunder. Booker. Back over to Brooks. Dylan Brooks for 3. He drains it. And the largest lead of the game now for the Suns, 51-41. As they've been on a 9-0 run in the last minute, 47 seconds. Brings it from a 1-point game up to 10. Over to Messi. Messi over to Murray. Back to Williamson. Back to Messi here. 4. Back to Murray. Murray for 3. That is off the iron. Williams grabbing the rebound. Brooks. Passing over to Booker. Booker. I go to Williams to Brooks. 5 on the shot clock. Dylan Brooks back over to Booker. Booker for 3. That is off the iron. Shot clock turned off for the Pelicans. Over to Messi. Messi. Back over to Murray. Murray back to Messi. Williams to Murray. 3, 2. And there's a 3-pointer right there to end everything, to end the first half, and that is no good. The Suns on a 9-0 run to end the half. They lead the Pelicans 51-41. We are heading to halftime. You're watching NBA 2K on VW Productions. Getting ready to start the second half here in New Orleans. The Suns ending the first half on a 9-0 run. We look at Jalen Green. He's had himself a first half, 18 points in this first half. Big part of a reason why the Suns are on top by 10. Williamson will pass the inbound to Poole here as the Pelicans will get it start the second half here. Starting five, I believe, is out for both teams right now. Oh, on the court, I should say, for both teams here. 11:40 into the second quarter, or third quarter, or left to play in the third. I'm sorry, guys, I am tongue twisted here. But you see the Pelicans, though, dating back to the end of the quarter, to the first half, they are still held scoreless for over 3.5 minutes. Brooks with 5 on the shot clock. Dylan Brooks for 3. That is off the iron, and that is tipped. Who's it going to be off of? And that will be Phoenix's ball. 14 on the shot clock. So they said last off the Pelicans. See Williams. Mark Williams has it for the Phoenix Suns. Over to Devin Booker. 5 on the shot clock. Booker passes up the shot. Now he has to take that layup, and that is good. That's an 11-0 run dating back to the end of the first half to now here in the early part of the third quarter. Pull to Murphy. Murphy for 3. Off the iron. Messi with the rebound. He'll get the points there. And that will end that 12-0 run. Or 11-0 run, I should say. Green under 10 on the shot clock. Pass it over to Mark Williams. Williams over to 4 seconds. Booker for 3. That is off the iron. Messi grabbing the rebound. Williamson has it now for the Pelicans here, trailing by 10. Over to Trey Murphy the third. We got 10 on the shot clock. Over to Messi. Pass it back over to Zion. Zion. DeJounte Murray for 3 off the iron. Booker grabbing the rebound. Murray only 7 points in this game. 4 rebounds on 3 of 14 shooting. Green has it. Back over to Booker. 4 seconds. And that is good. Devin Booker puts the Suns back on top by 12. He has 18 points. 12 of them in the paint. And we'll have a timeout for the Pelicans here. The Suns leading at 55-43. We're going to take a timeout here. You're watching NBA 2K on VDub Productions. Back here in New Orleans, 9:25 to play in the third quarter. The Phoenix Suns up by 12 over the Pelicans here. On back-to-back nights that both teams have played in this building. And I'm going by the calendar of this season playthrough. And it looks like the Suns are well on their way, if they keep things up, to winning both of those games in New Orleans. Messi with it. Back over to DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray holding on to it here. 7 on the shot clock. Trying to figure out a way to get it past Booker. He does, and he gets the bucket in. DeJounte Murray averaging 20.4 points a game at home. Green with it. See Booker having it. And Booker's going to go to the line here. There's DeJounte Murray. Called for the foul. See Booker going to the line for 2. And he'll miss the first one. So the lead still remains 10 for right now. See Booker will make the second one. So it's 11-point lead for the Suns. Over 3 minutes into the game, into the third quarter, I should say. Williamson has it for the Pelicans. Passing it back over to Murray. Murray. And there are 2 on the shot clock. Murray. That jump is no good, and Williams will have the rebound. Over to Dylan Brooks. Back over to Booker. Booker for 3. That is off the iron. Dylan Brooks. That is off the iron, and Murphy the third will grab it for the Pelicans here. There's a 3-point attempt. That is no good. Messi gets the offensive rebound, and will get the bucket there, and we have a timeout called by the Suns. We're going to take a timeout as well. 7:55 to play. 56-47 Phoenix on top. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. We're looking at the league leaders in field goal percentage this season as a team. You see the Suns at 51.9%, fourth in the NBA. They lead by 9 here. They led by as many as 12 in this game. See Brooks inbounding it to Booker. Devin Booker over to Jalen Green here. 7:43 to play. And there's an blocking foul. Wow. That's a blocking foul called against Jordan Poole. His first personal, the second team foul called against the Pelicans here in this third quarter. So there's a blocking foul, but I guess they also say that he's going to get shoot. Jalen Green, as we say, they're up by 11 now. He'll get that one. Oh, that was a counted shot. Okay, I didn't think that was an and one. I must have missed it for a second. I guess he made the shot. It's a 12-point lead. Tie for the largest of the game. Over to Messi. Messi will miss that one. Williams will get the rebound for the Suns here. You see Devin Booker with it. Over to Royce O'Neal. O'Neal will get the bucket. Booker will get the assist there. It's a 14-point lead for the Phoenix Suns. 5 minutes into the third quarter. Williamson. Bucket. No good. Mark Williams grabbing the rebound. Brooks with it. Dylan Brooks has it for the Suns. Brooks. Bucket is good. It's a 16-point lead. DeJounte Murray has it for the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailing by 16. Over to Murray. Murray. That is off the iron. Booker will get the rebound. Murray only has 9 points on 4 of 17 shooting. 1 of 10 from 3. He's having a very horrible night shooting in this game. Williams. Mark Williams with that 4 on the shot clock. Brooks for 3. Hey, look at that, though. Williams will get that offensive rebound in the slam dunk. Suns on a 14-6 run over the last 5+ minutes. And this game is now starting to get away from the Pelicans here. They need to figure out a way to weather the storm, trailing by 18. Messi, and one, as Mark Williams called for the foul. Messi will be going to the line for one. Chance to complete the 3-point play and cut this to within 15. And he will sink that free throw, and he will cut the lead to 15. Deficit to 15 here. 5:40 to play in the third quarter. 65-50. The Suns leading the Pels. Williams. There we go, right there, Williams. That bucket is good. Mark Williams now has 10 points on 4 of 4 shooting. Plus 16 out on the court, though, in the plus-minus department. You see Jordan Poole with it. Trailing by 17 for the Pelicans. Back over to Murphy. Jones. There's DeJounte Murray with it. Murray pass it over to Messi. Yves Messi getting that shot up. That is no good. Williams will get the rebound for the Suns. Suns out-rebound the Pelicans 31-24. And let's look at that here. I believe that is Jalen Green. Slam dunk there, worthy enough for the AT&T connected cam. AT&T A proud sponsor of the NBA 2K game. Not my channel. It'd be cool if they sponsored my channel. Give me a chance to actually do this full time. You see Jones for three. He drains it. Deficit only 16 now for the Pels. Under 4.5 to play in the third quarter. I see Devin Booker for three. That is no good. Jones will get the rebound. Back over to Trey Murphy the third. 15 on the shot clock. DeJounte Murray back over to Poole. Jordan Poole over to Murphy the third. Murphy the third for three. He drains that one. And the Pelicans are within 13. Under 4 to play in the third quarter. That passes up. That is no good. A shot up, no good. Back over to Murray. Murray. That bucket is good. That's quickly an 8-0 run, and like that, the deficit is only 11. It was 19 just a couple of minutes ago. 15 on the shot clock for the Suns. Green's going to come around with the layup. That is good, and they're back up by leads back up to 13. Murray has it for the Pels. Back over to Murphy. 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. See the Pelicans chilling by 13. 9 on the shot clock. Back over to Poole. 4 on the shot clock. Poole for three. He drains it. Jordan Poole only puts the Pelicans to within 10. And we have a timeout by the Suns. We're going to take another timeout ourselves. 2:41 to play in the third. You are watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. Back here in New Orleans, 71-61. The Pelicans, Suns still on top. They led by as many as 19, but the Pelicans are now able to trim it to within 10. As we still have 2:41 to play in the third quarter, as Ryan Dunn back into the game for the Phoenix Suns. Grayson Allen as well. And Gillespie, that shot is up. Hawkins will get the rebound for the Pels. Alvarado with it. They go to Hawkins, to Quinn. The Queen, I should say. Hawkins with a chance to put the deficit to single digits. He'll get the shot up. That is off the iron. Richards no good. Gillespie with the rebound. Gillespie passing back over to Dunn, over to Iguodaro. 8 on the shot clock. Gillespie for three. That is off the iron. Queen will grab the rebound. Alvarado has it. Back over to Murphy. Alvarado. 13 on the shot clock. Hawkins has it. Hawkins for three. He drains it. And the lead for the Suns is only down to 7. 1:15 to play here in the third. Gillespie for three. That's off the iron. Murphy with the rebound. Murphy back over to Hawkins. 10 on the shot clock. Hawkins pass it over to Alvarado. 5 on the shot clock. Murphy for three. That is no good. Iguodaro will grab the rebound. You see Gillespie with it. Back over to Gillespie here. Gillespie finding it over to Dunn. Dunn coming through. Dunn! And Hawkins called for the foul, and the bucket is no good, so Ryan Dunn will shoot two with under 30 to play here in the third quarter. 7-point lead for the Suns. They led by as many as 19 earlier in this third quarter. But the Pelicans not going away easily. Dunn will make the first one to extend the lead to 8. Six them both. 9-point lead for the Suns. Alvarado for the Pelicans has it. Back over to Zion. Zion. And that's a foul for Iguodaro. Second team foul for the Suns here in the third quarter. 17.7 to play in the third quarter. Zion Williamson getting ready to shoot too. He has 11 in this game. Zion earlier called for a flagrant foul, and Zion will make the first one. Make that 12 for Zion. Richards will got the rebound off the miss here. 8-point lead. Well, let's be back to Iguodaro. Over to Allen. Allen for three. That's off the iron. Rebound for the Pelicans, and that will do it. Suns were up by as many as 19, but the Pelicans have cut the deficit to 8. We are here to start the final quarter. Coming up, you're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. We look at the State Farm assist of the game. You see that's going to go to Devin Booker. That is Devin Booker to Jalen Green's dunk. The Suns will inbound it to start the fourth quarter, up by 8. Led by as many as 19. You see Jalen Green. See Green, Allen, Richards, Dunn, and Iguodaro on the court to start the fourth quarter. Jalen Green has had himself a heck of a game tonight. 10-point lead. Williamson coming through. Passing it back over to Jones. Time for Hawkins to try to get this deficit back to within single digits, and he does exactly just that. See Jalen Green coming through. Back over to Allen. Allen for three. And he makes it. It's an 11-point lead for the Suns. They're back on top by double digits again. They led, as I said, by as many as 19 in that third quarter. Williamson with it. Back over to Hawkins. Hawkins for three. That's in! Hawkins cuts the deficit to 8. 10.5 to play in this game. 78-70, Phoenix Suns on top. Green, that is a layup attempt. That was an easy layup there, too. Jalen Green, 29 points in this game. Oh, my gosh. I definitely knew he was having a really good game. Williamson. Passing it back over to Alvarado. Alvarado to Williamson. To Zion. Back over to Alvarado. Alvarado for three. That is off the iron, and Grayson Allen will get the rebound for the Pels. Or for the Suns, I should say. What am I talking about? Green for three. Green drains it. That's 32 for him, and he already has a quick 7 points in this fourth quarter. 13-point lead for the Suns again. Williamson passing it over, and that's going to go out of bounds. The worst thing you do is pass it out of bounds in the backcourt going out of the other baseline, because that's just going to be an easy chance for the Suns going the other way. Richards looking to inbound it. It's Devin Booker back in the game. He'll shoot that three. That is no good. Misi will get the rebound. As we're approaching 9 minutes to play in this game. Back over to Jones. 8 on the shot clock. Jones has that for 3. That is off the iron. Green grabbing the rebound. Allen back to Dunn. Dunn to Green. Green for 3. That is off the iron. Messi grabbing the rebound. Alvarado now has it for the Pelicans. Back over to Jones. Jones back to Alvarado to Williamson. 8 on the shot clock. 4 on the shot clock. Passing back to Alvarado. Alvarado for 3. He drains it. It's only a 10-point game. Richards has it. Back over to Green. Green passing back to Richards. 7 on the shot clock. And that is rejected. That is Messi with the block. He controls it now. Alvarado coming. Back over to Jones. Jones. Pass it over to Alvarado. Back over to Hawkins. Back to Messi. To Williamson. 5 on the shot clock. Alvarado for a 3. That is off the iron. Booker grabbing the rebound for the Phoenix Suns. Green coming around. 32 points already. Grayson Allen for 3. He sinks it. The lead is extended back up to 13 for the Suns. And there is an illegal screen called against Zion Williamson. That's his second personal. We look at that block again by Messi on Jalen Green. Substitution on the court now, and we're going to have some players I don't think have played in this game yet. Or I've not seen them. I've not called their name, I probably would say here. You see Booker with it. He's played in the game. Williams is definitely played in the game. Same with Jalen Green. Green's coming out with a slam dunk. The lead back up to 15 for the Suns. He has 34 in this game. Poole for the Pelicans has it. Back over to Messi. Four, 3. Murray for 3. That is off the iron. Williams will grab the rebound here. Here we go for Dunn. 88-73. Back over to Chris Dunn, the Green. There's Fleming for 3. Yeah, Fleming is a player I said that was not it. I have not called his name yet. That's the first time I called his name. So we are 7 minutes, 6:07 to play. Zion with the dunk. 14 for Zion Williamson. Back over to Jalen Green to Booker. Booker for 3. That is no good, but Green will get the rebound. As you see, Fleming has it right now. 9 on shot clock for the Suns. Booker for 3. That is off the iron. Now it's Williamson for the Pelicans. He'll get the rebound. Poole has it. Back over to Williamson. Back over to DeJounte Murray. Two on the shot clock. Williamson, he gets it. Zion Williamson with 16 points. Booker has it back over to Fleming to Green. Green to Williamson, or no, to Mark Williams, and Mark Williams with the slam dunk. See, back over to Williamson. Back over 4-3 to shoot. Murray. That is no good. Fleming will get the rebound here. Dunn has it. Back over to Williams. Williams with a bucket. That is good. Mark Williams puts the Suns back on top by 15. As I said, they led by as many as 19 in that first half. Pull for three. Or I say in the third quarter, I should say. As we're under 4 to play here. Just a reminder that once this game is over with, we are not done yet. We still have stats, post-game ticker. And by the way, we also have injury report as well. Before we sign off, we'll announce the next game. And I'm probably just going to wait until I sign off to announce the next game. Because we definitely have a lot of action taking place here. As you see, Murray, DeJounte Murray with the bucket. 92-79. But if you are still watching this content and you haven't yet, please don't forget to hit the like and don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. As I appreciate the watch time here. As you see, there's a miss there. Misi will get the rebound for the Pelicans here. Murray with it. Merry Christmas. And that is no good. Booker with the rebound. Back over to Chris Dunn. Dunn. Passing it back over to Green. Green for three. He drains it. And a timeout called by the Pelicans with 2:24. Phoenix up by 16. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching NBA 2K on Vita Productions. And we are back here in New Orleans. 2:24 to play in the fourth quarter. We look at the player of the game already being announced, Jalen Green. And you know what? I can't argue with that. Cannot argue with that Jalen Green is player of the game. He's a big reason why this team is up by 16. You see Misi over to Murray. 2:20 to play in the fourth. I have a feeling it's probably the last time out we're going to take unless a crazy comeback happens. Murray for three. That is off the iron. Booker with the rebound. So we're down to the final 120 seconds in this game here. 6 on the shot clock. Booker pass it over to Brooks. Brooks for three. No good. Williams will get the rebound. Dunn for three. That is no good. DeJounte Murray will get the rebound for the Pelicans. That is off the rim. Booker will have it here as you see Green now controlling it for the Phoenix Suns. Under a minute and a half to play here, leading it by 16. They're going to look like, at least in this universe, Green for three misses that. At least in this season playthrough universe, they're going to walk away with the back-to-back on back-to-back nights in New Orleans. They're going to walk away with back-to-back victories. So in this season playthrough, it's a successful trip to the Crescent City. As the Suns are going to go to a game above 500 at 16-15, and the Pelicans will soon fall to 14-19. Williamson with the three. Under 45 seconds to play. Green coming around. That shot is no good. Pull with the rebound. Murray for three. That is no good. Green will get the rebound. Booker. Shot no good. Misi will get the rebound. Shot clock turned off. And that bucket's up, and it makes it only a 15-point or 11-point game. But the Suns don't really have to do anything here if they don't want to. And they will not. And that's a final. The Phoenix Suns walk into New Orleans on back-to-back nights, walk out of the Smoothie King Center victorious both nights. They win this one 95-84. We are not done yet. Stay tuned. And we are looking at the statistics for the players in this game. We start off with the Pelicans as they were the home team. Zion Williams, 19 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Yves Missi, 17 points, 16 rebounds, a double-double for him on top with a block on top of it. DeJounte Murray, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Trey Murphy with 10 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist. Herbert Jones, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Jordan Hawkins with 8 points and 1 rebound. Jordan Poole, 3 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists. Jose Alvarado shooting 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Derek Queen, the rookie, 2 points, 2 rebounds. I still think he traveled in that game with Maryland in that game against Colorado State. Kevin Looney only had 2 rebounds and a steal in the game. Jeremiah Fear, Sadiq Bey, Carlo Makovic, Micah Peavy, Jaden Springer did not play for the Pelicans in this game. And now for the victorious Phoenix Suns here. As I said, Jalen Green, player of the game, 37 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Devin Booker at 19 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Mark Williams, 14 points, 15 rebounds. Grayson Allen, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. Dylan Brooks, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Ryan Dunn, 5 points, 2 assists. Royce O'Neal, 4 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Also, Iguodaro, 3.6 rebounds. Nick Richards, 2 points and 3 rebounds. Colin Gillespie, none of those stats at all in 5 minutes of play. Rasheer Fleming had 2 rebounds. Kamen Maluk, Nigel Hayes Davis, Jordan Goodwin, Jared Butler did not play for the Phoenix Suns, and that will do it for your player statistics for this game. It's now time for the post-game ticker brought to you by 2K Sports. We finish up the games for Saturday, December 27, 2025. We go to California's capital city in Sacramento, where the Mavericks walk away with the 102-97 win over the Kings. As a game that we watch, the Suns 95-84 winners over the New Orleans Pelicans. The Nuggets, a 9-point winner over the Orlando Magic, 133-124. The Knicks, 24-7 on the season. They win 117-113 over the Atlanta Hawks. The Bucks going to Chicago and win by 20. The Cavaliers, 119-118 winners over the Houston Rockets. The Pacers go back to 500. They with a 120-116 winners over the Miami Heat. The Pacers, as I said, in this universe, a lot better than they are in real life to start off the season. The Timberwolves get back on their winning track here, 107-102 winners over the Brooklyn Nets, a team that we're going to be watching in the next game again. And the Spurs, 123-102 winners over the Utah Jazz, and the Jazz are a league worst 2-29. Now for Sunday, December 28, 2025, the final Sunday of that calendar year 2025. We start off in Oklahoma City, where the Thunder destroy the 76ers 167-131. The Raptors, a 27-point winner over the Warriors, 144-117. The Blazers are in the Trailblazers get their chance to win this season, 128-101 winners over the Boston Celtics. In overtime, the Wizards 138-134 winners over the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Wizards in this universe are a lot better than they are in real life as well. The Clippers 118-115 winners over the Detroit Pistons. And the final game of this ticker, we'll see the Sacramento Kings light the beam. 113-109 winners over the Los Angeles Lakers. And that is your post-game ticker, as my buddy RJL Network would say. If your team won, congratulations. If not, there's always tomorrow. Time to look at the injury report here. 76ers are still without Andre Drummond for 2 to 4 weeks. The Bucks are fully healthy. Same with the Bulls. Jared Allen still out 4 to 6 months for the Cavaliers. For the Celtics, they'll be without Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. 2 to 4 months for Tatum and 1 to 2 weeks for Brown. John Collins out 1 to 2 weeks for the Clippers, as the Grizzlies and the Hawks are fully healthy. Terry Rozier not injured but suspended indefinitely. LaMelo Ball still out 2 to 4 weeks. Jazz are fully healthy. The Kings are going to be without the services of Maxime Reynaud Renaud out 4 to 6 weeks. For the Knicks, Gershon Yabusele and Jalen Brunson are out. Dalton Neck still out 4 to 6 weeks for the Lakers. Jalen Suggs still out 4 to 6 weeks, but now Wendell Carter is out 2 to 4 weeks for the Magic. For the Mavericks, Anthony Davis and Dante Exum still out as Klay Thompson's back in the lineup. The Nets are fully healthy. Peyton Watson still out for the Nuggets. We all know about Halliburton's season-ending injury. Pelicans are fully healthy. Jaden Ivey now only 1 to 2 months left before he returns to the lineup. Jacob Poeltl for the Raptors still out 2 to 4 weeks. We know about Van Fleet's injury and Şengün, we mentioned last week as well. Devin Vassell and De'Aaron Fox still out for the Spurs. Suns fully healthy. Thunder without the services of Isaiah Hartenstein. And let me see. Julius Randle, Anthony Edwards, and Mike Conley still out. But Dante DiVincenzo is back in the lineup for the Minnesota Timberwolves. For the Trailblazers, Lillard and Kamara are out. Moses Moody now on the injured list for the Golden State Warriors. And then the Wizards are still without Cam Whitmore for another 2 to 4 weeks. And that is your injury report for this video. And before we sign off, I want to let everyone announce the next game, and that will be on the calendar date of December 29th, 2025, where the Golden State Warriors will be at the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets will be featured for a second time in schedule block number 1 and for the third time this season playthrough. They are 8-21. It is still debatable. I think the chances are the more I'm looking at it as we're heading towards the close of schedule block number 2 that I might do random games again for schedule block number 3, as that's going to lead us into the All-Star break. But for the Warriors, this will be the second time they will be on. The first time they'll be on schedule block number 2, and the second time they'll be featured as well on a watched game. You see the Warriors at 17-15 and the Brooklyn Nets at 8-21. As I said, we're probably not going to be seeing the Nets too much after the All-Star break. I can tell you that right now, unless they're going to be in for a spoiler game. And that will do it. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you are new. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to receive notifications when these videos do come out. Until next time, everybody, reminding you guys, the final score of this game, the Phoenix Suns defeat the New Orleans Pelicans 95-84. I am Vinny from VDub Productions, and we are signing off.